Delivering a business pitch. In this short video, I've created a mock-up of a business pitch for the honey shop. Now, I've done this because it appears to be an area that I'm getting more and more requests from followers asking, how do I deliver a business pitch? So what I've done is create for you a business pitch. You can watch it, and then you can obviously feedback on the strengths and weaknesses that you think I've demonstrated when I delivered my business pitch. So why not sit back and enjoy the business pitch for the honey shop?
Good morning, I'm here to pitch to you today my idea, which is the honey shop. And I'm going to tell you all about it, and hopefully you're going to invest in it at the end of this pitch. Okay, I want to tell you a little bit about my business idea. So my idea is an online honey shop. It's going to be selling honey online, which some people do at the moment. However, nothing like this business. It's totally unique because it's going to be based from my hive. And in my hive, we're going to sell organically produced honey. So all the bees will be producing organically produced honey, and we're going to offer same-day delivery. Nobody else does that at the moment. And not only that, each jar is going to have the name of the bee that's produced it printed on it. And to go one step further, so when you're in need of honey, you can have an app. You can press on the I Need Honey app, and it'll send you honey that same day. Everybody knows that's going to be a cracking idea. So, who is my target audience? Well, my target audience is typically going to be women. They're going to be aged between 35 and 55 years old, and they're going to live in the cities. These are people who are going to be fairly affluent, earning about £40,000 per year. So the people that are going to be looking to buy honey are also going to be quite techie savvy. They're going to be willing to use the app, use the website. And of course, they're going to be interested in socialising and dinner parties. They're going to be people who want to buy honey, and they want high-class honey to try and impress their family and friends. So you're probably thinking, what makes the idea unique? Well, it's honey that comes from the BeeBusinessBee brand, and only BeeBusinessBee can claim to do that. And we all know that BeeBusinessBee is always buzzing for business. Of course, it's going to be organically produced honey. We know that every single bee is going to produce organic honey. On top of that, we're going to offer same-day delivery. Market research has told us that nobody else online offers same-day delivery. In addition to that, we're going to announce that we're going to put the names of bees onto the jars. So each jar of honey will have the name of the bee that's produced it. That's totally unique, totally different. And lastly, which is really unique, the I Need Honey app. Nobody else has got an app at the moment where you can press on the app, order the honey, and it'll be delivered the same day. That is a totally unique idea. And you can see there, this idea has got so many unique selling points, it's sure to be a success. So why is the idea buzzing? Well, we carried out some market research. We did some primary market research, did a survey of 100 people and asked them some questions relating to honey to find out whether they're going to use our product. What was found out was 95% of them said that they would use an online business that delivered honey the same day to their door. We also found out that 98% of the people like the idea of knowing where the honey's come from and the bees, for example, name being printed on the jar. Really unique selling point, people loved it. We also found out that 90% of the people thought that the I Need Honey app is a fantastic idea, and they definitely download it from the App Store. And lastly, we found out that 20% of people had actually purchased honey online. Now you might be thinking, well, that's not very good, but actually that's quite good because it gives a massive potential to grow the business. If only 20% of people have actually downloaded and bought honey online, for example, that means that we can tap into that market and try and grow potentially, exponentially growth in the market of honey sales online. Secondary research has also told us that no competitors exist at the moment to do the same day delivery. There's also no app at the moment that you can download on your iPhone or on your Android device which you can order honey the same day. And no company actually sells honey where they print the name of the bee on the jar which has produced it. They're all totally unique ideas, and that's why this idea is sure to be successful. Marketing. So you're probably thinking, how are we going to promote this idea? Well, this idea was going to be promoted quite simply. We've got a budget of £10,000 in total. That's totally reasonable for a business of this size. £3,000 of that money is going to be spent on developing the mobile app and developing the website, because that's where most of our sales are going to come from. In addition to that, we're going to spend £5,000 promoting the business using social media. So Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We're going to do targeted adverts, trying to reach those £40,000 plus women who we know are going to be our target audience to buy the honey, who live in the city centres. That's going to be where we're going to focus our main investment in our marketing. In addition to that, £2,000 of that money will then be spent targeting high-end newspapers. So we'll focus on people who are going to be in that same AB demographic and social group that we want to try and target, who will buy the honey online. We are going to use some free advertising. Social media posts, for example, will be a great way of doing free advertising, and we're going to use PR. For example, we're going to send all the cookery shows versions of our honey, try and get it on TV. They will then promote it, tell them where to go from. We'll get more app downloads, more people hitting the website, and we'll sell more honey. There's great ways to do that with free promotion as well. This promotional strategy is sure to be a success. So you're probably thinking, does the business idea stack up financially? Well, I'm going to tell you, yes, it does, and this is why. We've worked out the average selling price of each jar is £8. On top of that, we've worked out that 50 jars of honey will be sold each day. That gives us an average revenue per day of £400. Working out yearly, that's £146,000. Yes, we've got some cost of sales. The jars are quite expensive to produce. They're going to be £4 to produce. Now that gives us a daily cost of sales of £200 and gives us a yearly cost of sales of £73,000. That works out at £73,000 gross profit, which is actually 100% profit margin, which you could argue is a little bit low compared to the 200% that some people might want to make. However, this is a high-end item, and we know that customers are going to be willing to pay that high price of £8 per jar of honey because of what they're getting from the product. Now, of course, we've got operating costs. The salary, for example, that I want to pay myself is £35,000. It's a fair salary for somebody putting so much work and effort into the business. Utility costs are going to be around £20,000 per year. The rent is going to be £10,000 per year. And the insurance for the bees, we might lose some, is £5,000. Fairly expensive insurance, you can see. Now that gives us a net profit of £3,000. Now you might be thinking that's not the most substantial net profit, and yes, it's true, it's only a 2.1% net profit margin. However, you've got to remember this is a first year business and it's still going to be profitable. £3,000 profit is still a good return for the first year business. Remember, there's a massive potential to grow this business. Let's go back previously to them slides where we've established that only 20% of people have bought honey online. There's still an 80% chance to grow this business and make it substantial. And hopefully, because we're going to lose less bees, our insurance premium will come down in the future years. So we're going to save money as well. So what resources do I need for this business to be successful? Well, firstly, we need some bees, and that's going to be our startup cost. £20,000 is going to be spent buying some worker bees. When we've got those worker bees, we need to spend another £20,000 on the bottling plant so we can actually get their honey and jar it all together. We also need to spend £1,000 on a computer. We're going to need a really good computer as well because we're going to be selling online, so we need to be able to cope with the high demand that's coming in. You know what? BeeBusinessBee is quite trendy. I want to spend £400 on a desk, and I want a really nice fancy glass desk. And I'm going to need to go on a beekeeping course and a training course, and that's going to be £500. But when you think about it, that's only £41,900 in startup costs. Most of that money is going to come from a bank loan. So I'm going to get £30,000 from the bank, and I'm going to invest £11,900 of my own money into this business idea because I know that it's going to be successful. And that's why I'm convinced that this idea is going to be a cracking idea. So you probably sat there now thinking, why should I invest? Now really, your question should be, how can I invest? Because I want to get my money out really, really quickly. Well, I'll just answer those questions if you are still umming and ahhing on the side of caution. Well, you've got to invest. It's a totally unique idea. We've established already there's no competition that does exactly what's being presented here, and the idea is totally unique. It's going to be built on the BeeBusinessBee brand, and we all know the BeeBusinessBee brand has got loyal followers, and everybody wants to be part of the hive. In addition, there is no competition offering a similar service. We've already established that nobody else is offering the same day delivery of honey. Nobody else has got an I Need Honey app. Right? Those are totally unique ideas which are going to enable this business to be successful. In addition to that, we know the idea is going to be successful because we're going to put the name of each bee on every jar that's produced the honey. Again, totally unique. Nobody else is offering that. Remember that there is huge potential to grow and expand this business. 20% of the market at the moment has been saturated. In other words, there is so much room to grow this business. It's unbelievable. Yeah, we really should be aiming to try and conquer this market. We can probably exponentially grow this to 40, 60, 80%. So your investment in this business is going to take it to the next level. You know, we're starting with £20,000 worth of bees. I see that the vision of this is £100,000 worth of bees working, and we can produce over 1,000 jars of honey every single day. And most importantly, for your investment, it's profitable with the end of the first year. So then, has anybody got any questions? Good question. So you want to know why is it going to be potentially successful if only 20% of the market at the moment is saturated? Well, that's because there's room to grow. Every business wants to grow. Why would you invest in a business which has got, for example, 80% of the market and it's a saturated market where you potentially cannot grow at an exponential rate? So realistically, you want to be in a business and in a market where you can see rapid growth rates. You see the market research, everybody eats honey. You know, you eat honey, I eat honey. Everybody loves honey. And of course, everybody loves BeeBusinessBee. When you put the two bits together, you've got a guaranteed success. And realistically, we're talking about a business model here which is totally unique. Nobody else has got the ability to deliver honey on the same day. Nobody else has got the ability to offer the I Need Honey app. Nobody else has even thought about the idea of putting the bee's name on the jar. They're all totally unique ideas, and that's why you've got to invest in this idea. You know, you should be thinking about the potential. We are a market leader. We are totally unique. You won't find this sort of product in Tesco. They're not our competitor or any other supermarket. You're looking at a brand new, all singing and dancing, unique idea that's going to make you sure to be buzzing for business.
Hopefully my example has given you some ideas on how you can deliver a really good and positive presentation when it comes to doing a business proposal. The key thing to remember is to be confident, to know your stuff, to try and use business terminology where possible, and most importantly, believe in your idea. You're trying to convince the person watching you that they're going to invest in your idea and they want to be part of your idea. And it's really important that whatever you do, you sell your idea. Also, make sure you're aware of any questions that you could be asked at the end. So maybe read back over your presentation and think, where have I left gaps that somebody might ask me some questions on? Because that's the most probably the area they're going to target. Again, make sure you know some data when it comes to those questions. You don't want to make your slides too long and too boring, but at the same time, you don't want to have your slides too short and not enough content so that people ask too many questions or don't even believe your idea is completely viable. Hopefully everybody who's watched this video now is thinking, I want to invest in the honey shop. Of course, I would love to invest in the honey shop, but it's totally fictitious. You know what? You can always find more information and more details online on my website, beebusinessbee.co.uk. Don't forget to follow me on my socials, it's @BeeBusinessBee. And remember, until next time, make sure you keep buzzing.